Yeah, and that was it. I think we can expect a Mandibus in the Fini right now. Oh, but instead it's Cortana. That's gonna have a pretty tough time against Marowak.
Yeah, Cortana isn't too happy to be here under Trip Room. I'm not sure what item it might be, but if it's Assault Vest, they can't even save themselves from Marowak. However, Mandibus is probably going to be slower than the Nihilego.
Yeah,
so, unless it's like
there's no way.
Nihilego.
Or quiet, 0 IPS and speed.
Yeah. And if Mandibus can deal with Nihilego before Trick Room ends, I think that's good enough.
That was a very bad play for Alexis. Protecting the Marowak was not the option. He needs to take advantage of every single Trick Room turn that's left. And protecting Marowak, I don't think that was the correct play. Next turn, he's just gonna go down to foul play.
I'm not sure what he expected to happen with that. It's like, the Mandibus is almost always going to go for a Nihilego there.
Yeah, and well, I don't think that even a Flare Blades would have knocked out the Mandibus.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, I'm sure it would do a lot of damage to the Mandibus. And going for that might have been good enough for him, really, like trying to Flare Blitz it twice and then rely on the Cortana not being able to do much. I think Brandon probably had the game locked up kind of regardless of what Alexis did at that point, though.
Yeah, the lead from Brandon's side was very defining.
Especially if the Nihilego didn't have Protect, it was always going to be going down to that foul play.
Yeah, absolutely.
But going for something like a Flare Blitz crit on the Mandibus probably wouldn't have been an awful play, because then your Marowak can kind of just beat the Cortana.
Yeah, he needed that crit if he wanted to win, but well,
yeah, that was a really
so
dominant game for Brandon.
Absolutely.
I think Alexis can give himself a much better shot by trying to find a lead that doesn't lose to Tapu Lele. He saw Tapu Lele and he just had to throw one of his Pokemon away. That's never something you want to see. But I'm not sure what he can do about it instead.
Well, I think Alexis definitely should use Garchomp next game. Maybe take the C-Ground option against the Lele.
Yeah. We didn't see him use his Z move last game. You might assume he has it on Gigalith or something. Also good to save for. But yeah, I think using Garchomp to stop the Lele has to be one of my favorite things he could do.
Yeah, actually Garchomp has a good matchup against his team, besides Mandibus.
For sure. I don't think Alexis' team just does that well against Tapu Lele overall.
Yeah.
It's kind of reliant on that Garchomp or being able to go for Trick Room, and Brandon was more than happy to exploit that in the first game.
Absolutely, and I think Alexis needs to take care of Gigalith. It also has a good matchup besides Cortana.
Yeah, if he can preserve the Gigalith, just make sure it doesn't go down for free damage, then he'll be doing much better.
Yeah. I think we can expect the same lead from both players right now, because well, Alexis needs to exploit Trick Room. It's his way of winning.
Should be switching it up. Like, you don't really want to lead Hariyama into a Tapu Lele, because Hariyama's like main use out of Trick Room is going for Fake Out, and you can't do that with Psychic up.
Okay, but we see the Tapu Lele and the Mandibus, and Garchomp and Nihilego from Alexis' side.
Alright, loving the Garchomp adjustment, as you said.
Yeah, that's a good way of winning for him. I think we can expect a tailwind from Brandon's side, taking advantage of that Psychic Seed. It can definitely take a Power Gem and exploit
I don't think going for a tailwind is quite the right option, though, because what if Alexis would want to go for a Trick Room right after, then you'd end up looking kind of silly. Like, Tailwind would be better if it wasn't Trick Room Nihilego. I like the lead here from Brandon. It's like, sure, your Lele's feeling pretty threatened, but your Mandibus, on the other hand, in a great position.
Oh, and Brandon reads perfectly that C-Ground from Garchomp.
Yeah, a little bit risky of Alexis to go right for him, because T-Walk happened into the back. But maybe he has decided that just doing some chip damage to Lele is good enough.
Yeah, if you can get a Trick Room up and get Gigalith in safely, that's gonna be very good for Alexis.
going for the tailwind.
And the trick room, that was a very good turn for Alexis, even though he wasted the KC right now.
I really don't love Brandon's decision to tailwind there. I think that's something you should be hesitant to do against this Nihilego, and especially like on the turn 1. Because now, like, even if he has a Snorlax in the back, it's going to be slower than Marowak, slower than Hariyama now. The Snorlax just, like, it feels awkward in Trick Room. It's a Snorlax, it can't be doing that. That was just total shift of momentum that turn.
And right now, well, Alexis cannot dodge the Mandibuzz. That's gonna be pretty good for Brandon. Okay, we'll see the Kartana switching. Sword stands from Garchomp.
That's really risky.
Yeah, if he gets a foul play with Mandibuzz.
And foul play is also like probably the move that's most likely to go for there, even if it does target the Nihilego instead.
Oh well, but we can use this turn to know that Nihilego is slower than Mandibuzz. And while going with the Sludge Bomb into the Kartana slot.
Well, it's slower than it because of the tailwind, at least.
Oh, right, you're right.
It's like last game we saw it, and we should be pretty sure that Mandibuzz is actually the slower of them. What does Garchomp plan to do with his Sword Stance, though? Is it like a Rock Slide variant? Is it going to Fire Fang the Nihilego?
He'll go to Fire Fang to Kartana, and that's a Focus Sash for Kartana. Let's see the Nihilego move. Okay, the double target into Kartana, that's good.
Yeah, pick up that Beast Boost, most importantly.
Yeah, if it... Oh, okay, I got you. Well, that special attack boost is going to be pretty important. Well, because just to pair it up against the Psychic Sith from Mandibuzz.
Yeah. I think Power Gem probably still won't be knocking it out in one hit, but it'll do most of the rest of its health if it doesn't knock out. The Garchomp surviving the foul play was cool too. Maybe Alexis is prepared to take foul play. If his Garchomp's like a little bit on the bulkier side, it can usually take 2 foul plays or 1 foul play, even if he's used Sword Stance.
Well, with just 6 HP, it survived.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Snorlax gets into the field, and that's gonna definitely be the slowest one right now.
Even though the Snorlax, like, having Tailwind is a bit awkward, it would only be against Hariyama or Marowak. Against Garchomp and Nihilego, it's still doing just fine.
Yeah, there's no way it's outspeeding them. Okay, we see the Earthquake from the Garchomp slot. And that does quite a lot against Hariyama.
Yeah. At least Snorlax can recover most of that back with its Wath Berry. Mandibuzz finishing off the Garchomp with another foul play.
Yeah, and that was pretty important for Brandon, because having a +2 Garchomp against you, it was going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
So that was the correct option.
The only good news for him was that once it like kind of wasted its Z-move turn 1, it wasn't actually like super threatening to the Snorlax anymore.
Yeah, and right now, Alexis is gonna have a tough time against Snorlax if he does not have the Hariyama in the back.
Yeah, and even if he does, we know that Brandon still has his Tapu Lele.
Yeah.
He was smart to save it. I think if Snorlax can break through a potential Rock Slide flinch and get a high horsepower off in the Nihilego slot, this game might be looking pretty good for Brandon.
Yeah, taking
Maybe
that
he wants
Nihilego is
to
gonna
preserve the Nihilego, though.
Yeah, I'm most probably expecting a Protect or a Switch from Nihilego. It's his only way of taking out Tapu Lele without taking a lot of damage. But we saw the Nihilego
try to protect last turn, so if it doesn't switch right into the whatever's in the back.
Wow, that did a lot of damage.
Oh
man. That was pretty good for Alexis.
Oh man,
just luck getting on his side, man. That's gonna be pretty important for him, and having a +2 Nihilego in the field.
Yeah, that's some really lame luck for Brandon. I'm not sure how much the Mandibuzz flinch mattered, but the Snorlax one was the big deal because it was almost certainly trying to deny the Nihilego's attack there.
Yeah, and I do not think that Snorlax can take a +2 Sludge Bomb, so...
It might not have to, though. This Lele could be faster than the Nihilego if it's not, like, an especially fast Nihilego. But at the same time, it's Focus Sash, so I'd assume it's probably the timid max speed version you usually see.
Maybe, but, well, let's see what's gonna happen.
I think the Nihilego being at +2 and probably being the fastest thing on the field means that this game is about over, though.
Yeah, well, it needs to knock out one of the two right now. So, if Snorlax has Protect, Brandon needs to... I think that the correct play would be Sludge Bombing into Snorlax.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
definitely.
Yeah.
At +2, it's going to be able to knock out without question.
Yeah, and that's just a pretty good situation for Alexis. Okay, we're gonna see the Psychic into the Nihilego slot. Well, that was just the safe play, let's say.
Yeah, hopefully Brandon won't get knocked out this turn. We'll still be able to see whatever Alexis has in the back. But he isn't able to take the Rock Slide.
Yeah, there's no way. I'm thinking that the Gigalith might be
isn't a very
Choice Band.
bulky Lele. Or Choice Band Gigalith,
yeah, because it did a lot of damage the turn before the last one. Against both the Snorlax and the Mandibuzz, that was like pretty overkill.
And Brandon has to be wondering what Alexis actually had in the back there. Was it Hariyama? Was it Marowak? We don't know.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't know what Brandon had on his winning lineup, he's going to have a harder time thinking about what he wants to bring to this third and final game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close because both of them like had a good matchup. It's just
I know. I feel like the matchup definitely favors Brandon here. Between like the Tapu Lele and the Snorlax, I think it's something that he should be able to win more often than not. But that Gigalith is going to be like I think a big player for Alexis that we just haven't seen too much of yet.
Yeah. That Gigalith is definitely going to be the key in the third game for Alexis.
If it's a Choice Band variant, like you said, he threatens so much damage against that Snorlax, it can outslow it in Trick Room. It's doing most of what Alexis would need a Pokemon to win the matchup. Maybe he could even do something similar to what he did Game 1, kind of just throw away one of his Pokemon to the Tapu Lele turn 1. But if he can get the Gigalith in, that might be alright.
Yeah, and well, he cannot afford to play the same situation as Game 1. Like, losing the Gigalith like right away and just getting the Trick Room into the field and benefiting Brandon's Snorlax.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad from Alexis' side. And, well, we see that he's already picked his 4 months.
Yeah.
And Brandon is well, like, thinking.
Yeah, I think Alexis might just want to try doing what he did last game. I think bringing the Garchomp is a good option to try and stop the Tapu Lele before it can knock anything down with Psychium.
Yeah.
But if Brandon doesn't do the Tailwind shenanigans he did last game, we'll be starting off much better. If he just like starts going for foul plays instead, it doesn't make his speed fuse awkward with that Tailwind.
Yeah, that was a bad move from Brandon. Okay, we're gonna see Mandibuzz and Tapu Lele, same lead as last game. And Nihilego and Hariyama.
Alright.
First game. Well, Tapu Lele is gonna be
really
blocking
surprised Alexis reverted to this. I think his lead last game was like one of his strongest leads overall.
Yeah, it was a pretty good option.
Hariyama here might not be the worst thing because it can reliably fake out the Mandibuzz, which isn't protected by Psychic Terrain, and allow his Nihilego to take anything from the Lele. Maybe his Hariyama goes down to Psychic, but I think that would just be an invitation for Gigalith to come in.
Yeah. Well, this might be a little awkward for Brandon because with the Psychic, if he gets annihilated to Sash, he's going to be taking so much damage from Hariyama in the later turns.
Yeah, I think he has to knock out the Hariyama here before anything else.
Wow, helping hand.
Yeah.
No Trick Room.
I don't know if that Tapu Lele's moving at all.
Okay, we see this Lodge Bomb into the level that was very good for him.
I'm not sure if I knew Hariyama learned Helping Hand, but you look at how big its hands are and you have to assume, yeah, I guess against that, I guess it's a good move.
Yeah, that was pretty good, pretty good for Alexis.
Especially on a Flame Orb variant. You think like maybe you'd see it on a Citrus or 50% berry set, but on Flame Orb, it's something that's going to catch you off guard.
Yeah, it's gonna do so much damage in the later turns. Right now, well, Brandon gets Cortana in. It's got a good matchup against the Nihiligo. So I think the option for Brandon right now would be switching Mandibus out. He's not having a good time on the field. Can't do
It's a little bit of a shame that it has to throw like the Psychic Seed boost away though.
Yeah.
But you're right, it can't really do enough to Hariyama to justify staying on the field, and it's Cortana's job to do something about that Nihiligo.
Yeah, most probably we're gonna see a Protect from Nihiligo and close combat from Hariyama into the Cortana.
Yeah. I think trying to preserve the Nihiligo slot is something that Brandon would read into though, which he does. Smartly played on
nice.
Hariyama.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move. We're gonna see the foul play into the Hariyama slot. Not gonna do much, and it's gonna get the close combat into the Cortana slot. That's pretty good for Lexus. Right now, it's gonna get it into the range for Sash. And but well, the advantage for Brandon right now is that Hariyama cannot use Feint right now.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if this Hariyama has Feint.
Yeah, we saw it on top 4.
Top 4, alright. So it's Fake Out, Feint, Close Combat, and
maybe Poison Jab? No, help me.
Yeah. You usually expect you to have another like offensive like knockoff or poison jab. I don't think this looks too bad for Brandon right now. He can probably just get a knockout on Hariyama slot by going for a lead play there and let his man chip away the guard shot with a bell play. But that Nihiligo in the back isn't really great news for him. I'm not sure what he can do about it.
Yeah, right now, I think regardless of what Brandon goes for, his Cortana is gonna go down.
Alright, you could just Protect, save himself for another turn. Like, I think Protect Cortana and outplay Hariyama sounds pretty good. I guess Garchomp can also just go for ground BMC after the Cortana to reliably knock it out.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Cortana's gonna get the Beast Boost. If Alexis does not take it out, that's gonna be pretty tough for him.
I don't think Exotic Rage onto a 1 HP Cortana is not what we're about to see.
That's pretty overkill.
I think Tectonic Raging this Cortana was the right play, but the helping hand is surprising.
Yeah. And well, we would have to wait to see if the Mandibus was faster than the Guardian, what I think. But well, taking out that Cortana was definitely the play for Alexis. It threatens the Nihiligo in the back, and Nihiligo is going to be his win condition for the rest of the game.
I guess the helping hand Tectonic Rage also covered something like a Snorlax switch-in, which would regularly not mind the Tectonic Rage too much. It would mean you get to save your Cortana, which, because there's a Nihiligo impact, that's something you're really concerned about doing.
And with we're gonna see the Snorlax come in, and after Hariyama has been down, that's gonna be pretty good for the Snorlax.
Definitely.
It's got a good place in the field. It can set up reliably. I don't think it's scared from any of both of them.
Well, Snorlax might not be too scared here. I'm not sure if I can say the same thing about him, because I think it might go down to the Power Gem Fire Fan combination, or if it doesn't, it would be very close.
Yeah. But
at which point Snorlax would be fighting a 1 against 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely the play for Alexis. So
but if he can hang on with the Mandibus for just this one turn and let Snorlax knock out the Nihiligo, I think that would be looking pretty good for Brandon.
Yeah. But well, we're gonna see the Protect from Nihiligo, the Earthquake from the Guardian. Well, Mandibus is obviously not gonna take any damage, and Snorlax, well, it's a great Pokemon, so it's gonna take it like pretty good.
Yeah, I guess that's a decent turn for Brandon. Yeah, that's definitely a good turn for Brandon.
Yeah, that curse is gonna be it's gonna be pretty clutch in the next turns. But I disagree with the towing move. Like, well,
what else would you want to do with Mandibus there? I'm not too sure.
Foul play the Gamelta. It's gonna be 2-hit KO right now.
Yeah, might be good enough.
And well,
Mandibus has boost here, it can like drastically increase its lifespan, but with Nihiligo won't be able to do as much to it. Garchomp can't Earthquake since the Nihiligo just protected, unless he's alright losing it, which I'm not sure if he would be.
No, that's definitely not the play. Oh, like you said, for last turn, a double target into the Maligo would have been, I'm sorry, against the Mandibus would have been like a reliable play. But we're gonna see the protect on the Garchomp. Oh man, that's a crit. That's a crit.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good for Alexis.
Oh, does Snorlax at least finish off the Maligo here? Alright.
But well, that protect was very good for Brandon. I mean for Alexis, because well, it's gonna save the Garchomp. It can just start Swords Dancing right now.
I'm not sure if it would try Swords Dance since Snorlax can actually just knock out the Garchomp here with another return since it's at +1 with returns.
Well, it depends on the EV spread, but well, Garchomp seems to be bulky, but
oh yeah, the Garchomp is just like a little bit above half though.
Yeah, it's not gonna take any turn.
So Snorlax should be passing Gigalith this turn because of his tailwind, but because it has Curse and Gigalith doesn't. Sword Dancing there, that's interesting.
Yeah. But well, it was a great play. It's not gonna be doing much to the Snorlax, and right now Alexis can take. Oh, that it wait.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a side fire thing would have been good enough. Oh, here comes that.
Stone Edge is gonna
that looks like a choice band Stone Edge.
Yeah, choice band definitely.
Snorlax taking, what was that, just over half from it? Around half? And there's one more turn of Tailwind, right?
Yeah. Alexis can just like protect right now.
Well, we are assuming that's a choice band Gigalith, right?
Yeah.
Locked into Stone Edge.
Oh wait, yeah, you're definitely right.
I think he just has to hit, he has to go 6 for 2 on Stone Edge hits right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure if one Stone Edge will quite knock this Snorlax out.
No, it's not gonna do
But 2 high horsepower is probably knocking out the Gigalith since Snorlax didn't curse up.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're gonna see the high horsepower. That does a lot.
Yeah, that's
with just one
Stone Edge.
he hits a great. Ooh.
Okay, after the Sandstorm, Snorlax barely hanging in there. This is going to come down
That's
to
game.
whether
That's
Gigalith...
game. He needs to hit the high horsepower. And,
No, but Snorlax should be slower than Gigalith here.
No, but the Tailwind... Oh,
Tailwind
yeah.
just ran out. Can Gigalith connect to Stone Edge?
Okay, we're gonna see...
Gigalith connects Stone Edge to win Alexis the regional.
Yeah, Alexis' first win in his career, in his fucking career, and by winning a regional, man, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good game, man.
Yeah, that was a really solid set for both ends.
Yeah, and I think the protect under jump that turned that Mandibus foul played it was like pretty good for Alexis.
It was smart, but like, did it do much in the end? Because foul play wasn't gonna knock it out. It just the Garchomp, its health was kind of irrelevant since Snorlax ended up knocking it out. Just that power jump crit was pretty unfortunate since otherwise Mandibus can try to do some roost stalling. I guess that's kind of just one of the features of using a Pokemon with boosted stats, and it's always going to be a little bit more vulnerable to critical hits. And that helping hand play turn 1, that was like maybe the most surprising thing that game.
Yeah, but well, it needed to do it. I don't think that a Sludge Bomb might have knocked it out. Being a trick on Nihilego, maybe.
Oh yes, like Lele, if it's a Psychium variant, they're usually like a little bit bulkier, especially because it's a Mandibus and they have a form of speed control. The helping hand was really shocking, really successful.
Yeah, it was a very good play for Alexis.
Here, I think we've got our winner joining us here in another second. You want to talk with him?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Mejor en español, ¿no?
Lo digo en inglés. Okay, we're joined right now by our Mexican regional winner, Alexis. Congratulations on your win. Muchas felicidades por tu victoria, hermano. It was a pretty interesting set. What were your thoughts going into the game? ¿Qué pensabas antes de la pelea? ¿Cuál era tu plan? What was your plan?
Mi plan era desde un principio meter el trick room porque si tenía el speed control se me iba, pues quitar la pantalla.
Yeah, his plan was taken. Oh, I'm sorry. His plan was just getting Trick Room into the field. He felt like it was his win condition. But even though, well, you had the Trick Room option, Snorlax was slower than most of your Pokemon. It was slower than, well, than everything but Gigalith.
Sí,
And that Gigalith was a very interesting choice from you. Was it Choice Bandit?
Choice Bandit.
Choice Bandit Gigalith, man, with Mexican
Very
regionals. That's a pretty interesting choice. Qué elección tan interesante, güey. How do you feel right now? I think it's your first tournament win.
Happy, I'm so happy that I can believe it. Happy.
Well, I was hoping I could face you in top 4. For those who don't know, I got into top 8, but I overslept and I didn't make it. So, well, I'm here commentating. But I would have loved to play you in top 4. Me hubiera encantado jugar contigo en top 4.
A mí también. Me too, Empoleon.
And right now, after this regional win, that's 200 championship points. That's a lot.
A lot
so
of points.
Right now, what's your standing? ¿Cuántos puntos tienes?
I don't know really exactly, but 200.
So, actually, besides winning the regional, that's your first time winning championship points this season.
Hice tops, pero sinceramente no sé cuántos puntos me han dado esos tops, a lo mucho yo creo que unos 50 puntos, entonces unos 250, 300 a lo mucho.
Yeah, he says that he made a few tops in PCs, and he at most has like 250, 300 championship points. But well, this regional win is very important for you. So because then you would be at 150, 100 points from qualifying to Worlds. Te faltaría muy poco.
De hecho, demasiado poco. Yo creo, no estaba en mis planes, sinceramente. Mi plan simplemente era venir con mis amigos, jugar y divertirme más que nada. Pero ahora que gané, ni siquiera yo me la creo. Sí me la creo, pero supongo que
his plan was just
puntos.
come and have fun with his friends, enjoy the tournament, but getting the regional win was very unexpected for him, and well, he's most excited about it. And well, the 200 championship points are going to be pretty good for him this season. In Mexico, we're gonna have 3. I don't know the exact term. Open tournaments, the one that when you win, you get 130 points. We're gonna have 3 of those. We're having 2 in Mexico City. 1 is in 2 weeks, and there's gonna be another one in Monterrey, a northern city. It's pretty close to the U.S. So try to come over, people. You're gonna have a pretty nice time. And well, Alexis, again, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You played a pretty good game. That helping hand sludge bomb was amazing on game 3.
Yes.
And also having the choice band on Gigalith was pretty cool. And
Thank
well,
you
got lucky and didn't miss any stone edges.
Tenía mucho miedo de que fallara ese último Stone Edge, era
Pretty scared
decisivo.
about missing. Was decisive. Yeah, absolutely. And well, I'm pretty glad that you won, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And well, I expect, I wish that you can get the remaining championship points for your
For Worlds?
For Worlds. And would you go to Worlds if you qualified?
Si llego a conseguir los puntos, sí iría.
Okay, so you would be attending Worlds if you qualified. Well, so the best of lucks for you, bro. And let's hope that you can make Worlds. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So well, that's our regional winner, Alexis Hernandez. And that was a pretty amazing set, I think. So I don't know, man. I'm speechless right now. That was a pretty good set, but well, Well, I think that's gonna be it for Mexican Regionals. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us this morning. Well, again, I'm Golden in Poland, Alexis Hernandez, our regional winner. Thank you very, very much for joining us, and well, we'll be seeing each other soon, I hope. Thank you, guys. Bye, bye.
Muchas gracias.
Bueno, prepárate porque te van a hacer una celebración vikinga o algo así. Estabas diciendo, sí.
Estoy preparado para la celebración de aquí.
Tu juego. Bye.